Hey guys, welcome back to Off Script with Chris. My name is Christine, and today I am talking about something that really matters to me and means a lot to me, and that is being a Haitian American woman and attending the West Indian Day Parade this last weekend, which was on Labor Day, September 1st, 2025. And when I say my spirit was lifted, because just being around color and culture and community just really brought me out of whatever I was going through that day or that weekend or this year or since 2024 when I lost my job. So I really want to talk about it and share some of the videos that I took, which I would share at the end of this video, because I was making a video about in line of being unemployed, underemployed, and trying to find things to do for free or low cost. The unemployment numbers that recently came out in a job report as of August 2025, where there are 7 million people right now unemployed, 7 million point zero ... So there's a lot of us here. And while I was creating the video, I was inserting my time at the West Indian Day Parade, which I recently went to, which was this last Monday on September 1st for Labor Day. Every Labor Day in Brooklyn, we have this West Indian Day Parade where it just becomes culture and community of the Caribbeans and all of our people. And it wasn't like past West Indian Day parades in the past where I was out at midnight at Juve, which is a whole thing, but I'll get into the history of the West Indian Day Parade because I didn't want to just make a video and insert it into another video about free things to do, because it's not just something, it is about everything, which is community and connection. And because I am a Haitian American woman, I really felt that me going with this intention in mind and being surrounded by community, and also doing this for this YouTube channel, because like I said in some of my past videos, that I really want to pour into YouTube and I really want to make this a career and a thing. So I've never I've taken videos when I've gone in the past, but the intention of me going this time was because I really needed to be surrounded. So instead of inserting this snippet as a topic, I wanted to make it its own feature and highlight the importance of community and how being at that West Indian Day Parade, the West Indian Day Parade, had just lifted up my spirits. I wasn't going to go at first because I was in my feelings about a job interview that I had with an AI, by the way. Like, this AI played in my face, and I'm so desperate that I was like, sure, let's go on with the interview. But I was just not feeling it. Don't go every single year. But this year, I really thought I needed it because I really wanted to be centered around community and culture. The burst of Caribbean energy during this time in New York City is unmatched. I'm talking about it within the States. Such a experience that I can't even explain, and these videos will not do it justice. And I promise I will get better at recording outside, because I never really do that. I do it sometimes, but now that I really want to nurture this channel, I'm going to get better at it, I promise. It is so contagious, and it just reminded me that community is everything. And I couldn't believe this year I wasn't really gonna go. I knew my cousins were coming into town, and I was just like, I'm feeling my feelings, and I really don't want to go outside and do these things. I need to, I'm always thinking about like jobs I need to apply for, things I need to get done. And I'm like, no, should enjoy myself, enjoy my life. And my cousins came all the way from DMV here. So let me get up and get gone. I got all my Haitian flags, my big one that's like, it's like 26 by 30, my headband flag, my this flag, my that flag, and I was decked out. And it really, even getting dressed just brought me so much joy. And I really don't go out much because, it costs a lot to go outside. You step outside, and the minute you step outside, that's $100 right there. But this is absolutely free to attend. So before I show you all the footage and the content that I shot, I just want to talk about a little of the history of the West Indian Day Parade and how it really preserves Caribbean culture and legacy, and why it's so important and why we look forward to celebrating this every year. West Indian Day Parade actually started indoors and not in them streets. So it all started in the 1940s as a series of indoor costume parties in Harlem ballrooms. And the reason they were held indoors was because the Caribbean immigrants wanted to celebrate Carnival, but because it was during the winter in New York, it made it impossible to do that outside. The first original parade permit came in 1947, and this was led by a woman named Jessie Waddell and a group of Trinidadian immigrants. And Jessie, who moved from Trinidad to New York City, wanted to keep the spirit of Carnival alive in the tri-state area and in her new home. And it was because of her intention and energy in bringing the carnival to the States. This is what would spark the beginning of the West Indian Day Carnival in New York City. But the Harlem Parade's permit was actually revoked in 1964. Then 5 years later, a committee led by a gentleman named Carlos Lezama was able to secure approval to bring the parade from Harlem to Eastern Parkway in Brooklyn, New York, where it's still held today. I was just there on Monday. So shout out to Harlem, shout out to Trinidad and Tobago, shout out all the trailblazers that put this together. It wasn't until the late 1960s that really marked the real move to Brooklyn. The West Indian community in Brooklyn was already massive in this area. We have a place right now as of 2025, September 2025, called Little Haiti. Like, there are so many West Indian neighborhoods and communities. And if you're walking around Brooklyn, especially around like East Flatbush, Eastern Parkway, Canarsie, there's the Brownsville, there's such a big West Indian community within Brooklyn. So when it came down here in the 1960s, that's a big reason why the celebration took off in the way that it did, because the community was so massive. And that's where the parade became what it is today. You see beautiful women, stunning women in masquerade costumes. There are so many trucks. Like, every country has a few trucks that go down the parkway. So as a Haitian American, I am always waiting for the Haitian truck. There's music flooding the street. So the Jamaican truck will go, and then the Haitian truck, and then the Trini truck. It's just, and you see the flags waving everywhere. Everybody's wearing their flags. Like I said, I was wearing my Haitian flag. If people are of two cultures, they're wearing both flags. They're in three flags. If they, we're just always representing ourselves and just seeing everyone. And then you see other Haitians with their Haitian flags on, and then you see other Jamaicans and they have their Jamaican flags on. And then it just really brings and builds this sense of culture and community. And I needed to be seen. I need to feel seen. And for people speaking Creole, because I understand Creole, I don't speak it that well. I'm going to work on it, but I can speak it if I need to. But like, I understand it like 150%. So people are coming up to you. They're like, got Haitian? And I'm like, yes. Like, it's such a great feeling, especially if someone who is of the culture and Caribbean culture and is from Brooklyn and, is always around Little Haiti. I don't know. I can't explain it. So even the moment that I wake up and I go outside, it's not just the parade route itself on Eastern Parkway. All the stores have their own DJ. Everyone's playing some reggae or compa or whatever, traditional Caribbean steel pan drums. The amazing food, people are on the sidewalk grilling, that you can get some roti, you can get some curry goat just on this. And the people put their heart and soul into making the food. So you can feel it even when you're eating, like, it doesn't feel like I'm just putting nutrients in my body. I'm putting culture. It's about the representation. So now every Labor Day, there are about, like I said, 2 million people that take over the parkway. Shout out to Haiti, Barbados, Trinidad, Jamaica, Grenada, Guyana, St. Lucia, Antigua, so many more, like all of us in one proximity. And it's every island, every generation, every story. And we out here representing. But the celebrations don't actually start with the West Indian Day Parade Carnival, which starts on like around 11 a.m. on Labor Day. It actually starts with something called Juve, which is usually around 2 a.m., where people are flooding the streets beginning at that time. I didn't go to Juve this year. I used to go. I actually used to date this guy who would make and sell nutcrackers on the parkway, and we would go out maybe at like 11 p.m., stay out maybe till like 3 or 4 whenever he was done selling all his nutcrackers, and then we would go home, go to sleep, wake up, and be on the parkway by like 11 a.m. Like, this is like a 24-hour event if you choose to participate in that way. But because I am much older, in my early 40s, I'm not old, but I just don't have the energy. Plus, my cousins were coming into town, and I really wanted to be alert and everything. So they did go out that night for Juve, and then I met them in the morning. I met them late afternoon because I was in my feelings in the morning. But eventually I got up, got ready, got dressed, put my flags on, and I was out. Juve comes from the French word jour and ouvre, daybreak. My mom's gonna kill me if she hears me say that like that. Tradition full of paints, like you get paint thrown on you. It's like Carnival, but in New York. I have so many good memories of Juve and just the people whining in the streets, paint getting thrown on me. I would have to choose a certain hairstyle in order to do that, or put like a bandana on, like they do at Carnival, because I wouldn't want to get my paint in my hair, because you know how that is, especially to my other sisters out there. It's a headache to get out. And there's lots of walking. So not only are you with community and you're taking in all this culture, I'm getting my steps in. I think I did about 15,000 steps on Monday. Like, that's wild. But I came on here to share that I really need community right now, and being at the West Indian Day Parade with my cousins and my family and just soaking it all in and taking it all in, it just gave me a reminder of the bigger picture. And I might be focused on things that are out of my control right now. Like, I can't control the job market. I can't control what this administration's doing. I can't control the federal layoffs that are unjust. I can't control a lot of things. And instead of wallowing in things that I have no grasp on, the one thing I do have a grasp is to step outside of this hardship and the desperation, but kind of turning that into something that is going to feed my spirit, and really invite myself and be in environments that's close to my heart and close to my community, and that would feed the creativity and feed my spirit and nurture my soul. And just being at the West Indian Day Parade, I ate very well. I danced a lot. All the trucks coming, but. And I actually did pet a snake. I'm going to call him Dennis. And Dennis was a fan favorite. There were so many people lined up to take a picture with him. They asked me if I wanted to pay $10 to take a picture. I said, absolutely not. But he let me pet the snake, and it was very nice and special, and something that I can say I did. I pet a snake. The way I felt before, during, and even after, and even working on this video for YouTube, this is what I was reminded of in the West Indian Day Parade, this is not my first time going. I've gone many, 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 many times. I am a native New Yorker. I'm natively from Brooklyn. Being around culture, community, joy, and being at the West Indian Day Parade just reminded me that even though things are uncertain right now, we're still here. We're still thriving. And the most important part is we're still showing up for each other. And as so many different islands who we are in one place and celebrating one another. This isn't the Haitian Flag Day. This isn't the Grenada Parade or anything like that. This is all of us within one space taking over an entire borough. Okay? And if you're not from New York, not from the Caribbean, or just elsewhere, you still can relate to that feeling of community, joy, and pride in your culture, because the celebration isn't about a place. It's about a feeling. Whether it's a family gathering, a festival. It can be a tradition of your own between your friends. Every one of us deserves that moment that fill us up with joy, fill us up with pride. No matter where you are physically or where you are in your life, we all deserve moments that connect us to something bigger. Again, it's not about just being Caribbean. It's not about being in New York. It's about finding community and culture and really leaning into that and finding and embracing that joy. And it just uplifted my spirit. But y'all, when times are tough, like I said, I've been to the parade before and I always feel this feeling. But just kind of thinking about where it started, where it is now, everyone who comes, everyone, from political figures to the mild-mannered person, it's very inspirational that we can create something on our own and it can be at this scale. Even aside from that, in the accomplishment of where it started to where it is now, it's just about moments of celebration, moments of uplifting yourself. Because I just been so down on myself the last year plus that I keep forgetting who I am. I'm a Haitian American girl from Brooklyn, New York, and I have a lot to offer. And being in that space reminded me I am that girl. But here are the videos. I hope this brings some inspiration to those watching in finding moments of celebration and community wherever you are. And I hope you guys enjoy watching the clip. But this is where I say goodbye. Peace, y'all. Bye.
Anybody drinking something? Let me see some cups and bottles to this guy. If you're drinking something, put up your cup, put up your bottle.